I'm Peggy Portion and my business is called Peggy Portion Cakes. We create highly bespoke wedding cakes and cakes for special occasions, and we've been going since 2003. I started as a small home cake baker and built up a reputation for beautiful wedding cakes. When it comes to wedding cakes, there are quite a lot of choices you can have. We produce tiered wedding cakes, classic, contemporary, miniature cakes and cupcakes. We are very well known for our beautiful floral decorations and romantic intricate detail. The first consideration when you choose a wedding cake, I recommend first of all it's all about you and really think about what you would like. Secondly, the venue, the flowers, your reception style, the number of guests, all these are important things to consider when you choose your cake. For example, if you're getting married in a traditional venue with a large ballroom, you need quite a statement centerpiece because you can't have something small that would get lost. If you have a funky wedding party, you could go for cupcakes. For example, if you're just serving cocktails and canapes, they're really lovely to eat. They're bite-sized, they're not too scary to bite into, so that's a really nice choice. If you're having cupcakes for your wedding cake, which is not so traditional, but you still like to have a cutting cake, we recommend to have a top tier, which is just a small 6-inch cake decorated in a similar style to your cupcakes, and you can use it for the cutting ceremony. The brides that come to us for their wedding cake are usually looking for a very highly skilled craftsmanship, for something very pretty, floral and intricate. I think we built ourselves a reputation for beautiful sugar flowers, beautiful pipe detail and wonderful colors as well. Brides often come to us because they want to have a bespoke cake created for them. They may just twist a design that we have already in our portfolio to suit their style, but very often I'm sitting there on a sketchbook and designing a completely new cake from scratch. Wedding cakes in the past few years have evolved from something quite traditional, a little bit boring and old-fashioned, to something really beautiful, almost pieces of art, I should say. A lot of detail goes into wedding cakes these days. A lot of brides choose sugar flowers as opposed to fresh flowers because they actually value the skill and craft that goes into a wedding cake. A wedding cake nowadays can become as elaborate as you like, really. I mean, there are limits in terms of how edible it will be at the end. Personally, I prefer to have as much edible decoration on a cake as possible. But for example, only a couple of weeks ago, did a 5-foot wedding cake, one of the biggest ones we've ever done. And it was decorated with hand-painted embroidery and lace, pearls and sparks, and actually instead of using plaster pillars, it was separated with crystal candlesticks and crystals. If you're having a country wedding in a barn, for example, to most people the obvious choice would be cupcakes. However, I always say that although I love cupcakes, it is something that you could also have for birthday parties, for example. So if you like something a little bit more traditional but still in the look of the country theme, you could have iced miniature cakes. They're just as cute, but just a little bit more sophisticated and smooth and perfectly iced as well. You could decorate them with polka dots and stripes to be a little bit funky, or also have a couple of sugar blossoms to look like country flowers sprinkled over the top. Something like this here, for example, is one of our designs, a cute dot and bow design, or lily of the valleys, which are also really, really popular for country-style weddings. There are so many possibilities these days. If you want to go over the top with your cake, you can.